Hello everyone! Welcome to a new wandering in Rochester, and today I want to show you this. Ta-da! It is the Guildhall Museum, an absolutely beautiful building built in the late 16th century. I think you can see on the plaque up there. It was erected in 1687. Now at that time it was built for the purpose it being a civic building, a Guildhall, just as the name it is today. The museum dates from 1897, which was established as a commemorative project for Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee, and until 1979 it was housed somewhere else further down this road at Eastgate House. Now you can see that the front of the building and the downstairs part has this open way supported on Tuscan columns, and that is because when it was built it served as a multi-functional building. So the lower part was left open on purpose so it can be a marketplace, sheltering people from wind and rain and snow. And then inside and upstairs you would have a courtroom and various assembly rooms. Let's just have a look at this. I'll let you read it. It got a bit noisy because there are some happy kids around. When I'm filming it's Christmas time, but you will get to see this video later. So there is an elf who's part of the museum stuff. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh goodness, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I passed this many times, but it's a first for me to actually come and visit it. And I am specifically interested to see some of the artifacts they have here, from Roman times through to Anglo-Saxon. But they have something very interesting that I've never seen before. They have a prism bulk display, which is a reconstruction. Like what they used to do is that they used decommissioned ships as floating prisons, so that will be something interesting to see. There is a bit more info, and of course it has a link to Dickens. So let's go inside. Shop and where you buy your tickets. It's £5. You can see some really nice models of different buildings up on the top. There's the Royal Engineers Museum and Victorian houses and the boats. There's a small exhibition about the Short brothers and their aviation pioneering. I did not expect this. Found another really cool model. Never seen something like this before. The beautiful Medway barge model. Alright, let's continue. Some stuffed birds and fossils. Now that's a beautiful mammoth tusk which is now decorated. Some prehistoric stone axes, Bronze Age urn, some little ones from the 1st century BC. And we're moving on to the Roman Age, Roman figurines and pottery. Let's have a look at the coins. They're pretty cool. And the mosaic fragment and Anglo-Saxon swords and some other bits like pennies, glass cup. There we go. I'm in another room, and that's a piggy bank, believe it or not. The largest one I've ever seen. Okay, I didn't know what will expect me inside, so it's all new to me. There is a wooden door here in the back hiding with some beautiful painted panels. It's from around the 16th or early 17th century. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs. Let's go. Oh, it's nice and soft. Right, just spotted some old flags. But then I looked up. And tom tom tom. Look at that. I'm gonna show it to you.
No.
Yes.
More up close. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay, it's like a maze. Let's see what's in here. 17th century. There's a few pieces of armor. I'm going to try and show them to you a little bit more up close in a sec. And I spotted a Bartman jug. Beautiful whole run. Quite rare to find as a whole, so I'm sure they were very chuffed to get this one. There's a really cool crossbow there. Just look at the... I'm sure this is quite a simple model, but it still has, you know, a little bit of extra effort put in it. And my eternal trouble with glass. Okay, we have a breastplate, a helmet, and a gauntlet. Just protecting their hand. And various other objects from the medieval times. Okay, there's a replica chainmail, shirt, and armor, helmet and all. Okay, sorry about the extra commentary. Different shields. And here we have a fairly large model of Rochester Castle. And as I'll go into the front of it, it's depicting the siege from 1215 when King John besieged Rochester Castle. I have filmed a really good video about the castle and I shared the story of this incident and many others. This is pretty cool. They have done an activity for the children where you need to find different elves. So here we have one in a bathtub, and there's many others further across the museum. There's a section dedicated to Dickens, because he is most definitely one of the most important characters, well, personalities from around the Medway, Chatham, Rochester, and so forth. He wrote loads of books in which he mentioned in detail different parts of these towns, and he got inspired by some of the characters who lived here. Okay, there's a storytelling about him, and you have some old theatre chairs to sit and watch it. It's rather dark here, so you can't really see. There are some adverts for different plays. Okay, I'm not gonna show you everything, so you can enjoy it when you come to visit. Just cruise through it. Some typical Victorian lamps from the street. It's very dark. There's a fireplace there. I'm thinking that they tried to redo his study. Oh, that's pretty cool. That used to be Charles Dickens's walking stick. He was an avid walker. He used to walk up to 12 miles a day and enjoyed it thoroughly, which gave him an opportunity to really pay attention to everything that he was later describing in his novels. Okay, let's go back up into the middle and up to the second floor. There are some really cool paintings Look at that. 1914. Some portraits of, I assume, important people. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the ceiling I showed you a few minutes ago, because it's really beautifully done. Even the shadow of the little Cupid. How can I do this? Oops. There we go. That's more or less all in. Okay, I think inside they have the activities for the kids. Yep. Just wanted to have a look again at the ceiling. Beautiful. Right, and this is one amazing room. I am thinking that this used to be the courtroom by the size and shape of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that right in the front, the chair there, that's hidden by the Christmas tree, it's where the judge would sit, and then the others around him. It's one gorgeous room. Wow. And I'm not sure who this lady is. Alright, I think that they tried to do like a more Victorian decoration Christmas tree with candles, the carol singers, and of course we must have a reindeer. It's really beautiful. And William III on the left, and Queen Anne. Huh. And yeah, that must be the judge's chair. Some of these ornaments are really pretty. And that's the back side of the room. Let's go have a look at what's in the displays. Some more portraits, a sedan chair, and we have some replicas of the crown jewels, different crown jewels. There, and a different one, and more. The orb, a scepter with the dove, and different badges with chain of the mayoress or mayors of Rochester. That one is from Gillingham, and that large one is the Gillingham Civic Mace. Look at the size of that. Some beautiful details, but I'm struggling with the glass. Now, I found a beautiful fancy brooch, and I'll let you read it in a minute. There. Even bracelets. It's a mirror chain and badges from Rochester 1875. Wow. And the Great Mace of Rochester 1661. Wow. Let's see that part a bit more up close. The lights from the chandelier interfering. Glass is my enemy for filming. And one more. Let's have a look at this one. It's very large. This is the most ornate and largest. And it's from Chatham. And I found another diamond pendant for the mayoress of Rochester. There. Now let's do the Hawks experience next. And there we go. You can pause and read it so you understand it, but I kind of told you in a nutshell what this is all about. But let's go see it. Tom tom tom. All right. Ooh. Right, this is much cooler than I thought it's gonna be. That's how one of them would have looked like. Right. I think we're in the middle deck. Just still trying to figure out bits and bobs. That's the upper deck, and then there's a lower deck. Okay, this is pretty cool. You can see how the warship would have looked like, and then after it was decommissioned, it would turn into this. That's cleverly done. Soldier / prison guard on duty. Just might ignore the tinsels and stuff. Some of the ropes and barrels of all sorts. Okay, let's go see if we can go up or down. Various bits and bobs from the 17th and 18th century. Lower decks. Oh no! I'm in prison! A bit of info about who were the prisoners. Again, you can pause it and read it. Now, these were not luxury accommodations, like many of the prisons today. So, oh goodness. Okay, there we go. Crowded.
Prisoners of war are buried alive.
Sleeping in hammocks, not in beds.
Danes, Swedes, no matter.
Lack of space, lack of food. Right, we can go further down. Okay, I think we're gonna see straw work and straw boxes. Yeah, they're beautiful. They were made by the prisoners and they could sell them, and by doing that improve their living conditions. One other thing that they would do is use up the bones and make beautiful things out of them. I think I have showed you some of those in one of the visits at Chatham Dockyard. Yet again, it was prisoners that made beautiful models out of used up bones. Look at that one, that's very large. There's loads of detail. The box of dominoes. This is cool. Another beautiful box made out of bone, and some others made out of straw. Look, it's even a beautiful scene. Right, I found something very interesting and quite dreadful. You just read it for yourself. Oh, yeah. And there we have a model of a prisoner making a boat out of bones. And there, it's a beautiful boat. And I think that's it. Right, I found something else that's interesting. Look at that. It's a whipping post. And let's read what it says. Aye. There's various wooden staffs and policemen's batons. Now that one there, which you can see that it has a detachable top. It's made out of wood and brass, and that was actually used by civilians, and it was called a life preserver. So people used it for self-protection. And I just realized that I've gone round and I'm back to this. And I show it to you, though it's fully decorated with Christmas stuff. This is fire pump. It's pretty cool. I'm not quite sure how to show it to you. I think they would fill it up in there and it would go into the body, and then these nozzles could spritz the water up to 40 meters to try and extinguish the fires. And I think that's it. Okay, it was short and sweet. I have seen some interesting bits. Okay, I'm out. I really enjoyed this little visit to the museum. I just wanted to show you this post box. Now, my UK followers will know that the post boxes in Britain are usually red, and this one is not. So it's a beautiful anomaly. I'm not sure what the story of it is. I'll try to look it up, and if I find it, then I'll add it in the description of the video. Now, there were quite a few bits I really enjoyed seeing, but the highlight is definitely the prism bulb display, because I have never seen one before, so that was cool. If you are in Rochester, I definitely recommend you coming and visiting this little museum. You can spend a good hour at least, and there's activities for the kids. I'm pretty sure they do that all the time, not just for Christmas. So that's that. If you want to see more of Rochester, I have filmed pretty good videos about it, the castle, the cathedral, and most recently the Dickensian Christmas festival, which was really cool. So make sure you check those out and look out for some future ones, because there's more interesting buildings and history that I would like to explore here in Rochester. But I can't cram everything into one video, and that's not my style of doing things anyway. Okay, this building is just across this. Anyway, I'm not stretching it out anymore. I wish you all a lovely day. Until next time. Bye! And here's the Guildhall Museum from the other side, which a very noisy road, but it just stopped and it's going to begin in a second. I just wanted to show it to you from here as well, so you can see the building. Looks cool, huh?